Time to be here too, Vice
You
President
too.
Harris.
Thank you.
Regarding the rapid increase in the migrant population, how will you ensure that every immigrant is integrated into American society safely? What benefits and subsidies will you provide them with? And how long will these benefits and subsidies last for an individual? Most importantly, will the American citizens' taxes pay for these benefits and subsidies? And if so, how much money will be allocated?
Well, thank you, Jackson. Let's start with this. America's immigration system is broken and it needs to be fixed. And it's been broken for a long time. And part of what we need to do is always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border. I will tell you, I'm the only person in this race among the two choices that voters have. I've personally prosecuted transnational criminal organizations in the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I have spent a significant part of my career making sure that our border is secure and that we do not allow criminals in and we don't allow that kind of trafficking to happen and come into our country. And the as my opponent has proven himself, he would prefer to run on the problem instead of fix the problem. You may know there were some of the most conservative members of the United States Congress working with others that came up with a border security bill that would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border. Those border agents are overwhelmed. They need the support, they need the backup. It would have allowed us to have more resources to stem the flow of fentanyl. I don't need to tell this state and people around the country what is happening in terms of the scourge of fentanyl and how it is literally killing Americans. It would have put resources into stemming the flow. It would have given more resources to prosecute, to investigate and prosecute transnational criminal organizations. It would have done a lot of good. Donald Trump got wind of the bill and told them, don't put it forward. He killed the bill because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. We have to have a secure border and we have to have a comprehensive pathway for citizenship.
Let me
And that includes requiring people, hardworking people, to earn citizenship and do it in a comprehensive, humane, and orderly manner.
let me ask.
What she's not saying, what she's not mentioning, is the fact that in that bill that they said that Donald Trump killed, first of all, Donald Trump was not in office. The people in office did not vote for the bill. Democrats and Republicans did not vote for that bill. The reason why they didn't vote for that bill is because there was billions and billions of dollars allocated in that bill to fight a war in Ukraine and Israel, which both wars are still going on right now. And what's most important, what's most necessary to hear is how many senators, how many House of Representatives voted to allocate billions and billions and billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine for Ukrainians to do whatever they want with it, and hundreds of billions of dollars in weapons to Israel. See, when we talk about politics and we talk about the presidency and we talk about Trump and Ms. Harris, we fail to acknowledge and recognize that local elections matter. In the future, I'll take the time out to actually do what I call a roll call for the House of Representatives and the Senate and Congress to see who voted for what. Because Ukraine still got his money. Israel still got their weapons. And illegal immigrants got their money, housing, food stamps, and was allowed to break the law and get those. What about our military, our vets? The Harris administration and the Biden administration has prioritized illegal immigrants over the American people. Let's continue.
Ask you about that. I mean, you talk about the bill that Donald Trump quashed. That was in 2024. You talk about the bill he tried to get passed in 2021. That wasn't able to get passed. 2022, 2023, there were record border crossings. Your administration took hundreds of executive actions. It didn't stem the flow. Numbers kept going up. Finally, in 2024, just in June, 3 weeks before the first presidential debate with Joe Biden, you institute executive actions that had a dramatic impact, really shut down people crossing over. Why didn't your administration do that in 2022, 2023?
First of all, you're exactly right, Anderson. And as of today, we have cut the flow of immigration by over half. In fact, the numbers I saw most recently, illegal immigration
But if
is
it was
low.
that
But hold
easy,
on.
3 years, they allowed illegal immigrations to continue. The Biden and her Harris, who was labeled the border czar, didn't want to stop the flow. No one's speaking about Donald Trump had an agreement with Mexico. That's where they're coming from, the southern border mostly, for them to stay in place in Mexico while their asylum to enter the United States of America was heard. When Biden and Kamala Harris got in office, they rescinded those bills immediately, which started the millions and millions and millions of flow to our southern border to cross the U.S. So when she talk about fighting criminals, the Biden-Harris administration encouraged people to break the law to enter our country, allocated monies for illegal immigrants to break the law, and on the taxpayers' dollars come into this country and get benefits that our veterans can't get. Also, the Biden-Harris administration has signed, with the help of Congress and the House and Senate, to allocate hundreds of billions of dollars to Ukraine and billions of dollars to Israel, as well as weapons to help contribute to the unaliving of over 40,000 Palestinians.
executive action. Why not do it in 2022, 2023?
Because we were working with Congress and hoping that actually we could have a long-term fix to the problem instead of a short-term fix.
You couldn't have done one and both at the same time?
Well, here's the thing.
Yes!